Hello everyone, Killer here, and welcome back to another random Minecraft video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different from what I usually do. I am going to be doing a mod review in this one, and this is going to be a mod review of the Carvable Pumpkins mod. Now this is a mod that is also made by the SWD team, the creators of the Dalek mod, and I thought with Halloween coming up it seemed like a pretty good idea to do something about this mod. So to get started here, we first need to go into our miscellaneous tab in our inventory and we can grab a carvable pumpkin. This is a block/item in the mod, and as you can already guess, you can carve this pumpkin and you can carve it with whatever design you want. So I've got some carved pumpkins here already. I did this one with the Dalek, kind of like the Dalek pumpkins in the Dalek mod, and then I made my own little face on the one down here. So you can just take this carvable pumpkin, and when you place it, you'll get a blank pumpkin with nothing on it on all four sides. And from here we can do two things. We can right click the pumpkin and this GUI will pop up, and we can actually rotate it and we can start carving on any side we want. If we make a mistake, we can clear the side with this button here. Or we can go back into the inventory, and I think it's in tools, and there it is. We can grab a pumpkin carving knife. And with this you can actually carve the pumpkin without the GUI. And so, as you can probably guess, whether you're using the tool or the GUI, so when you use the tool you can just kind of carve with whatever pixel you're right clicking on. So if I just clear that, actually we've got to rotate the side I was carving on, and then we can clear that, and then you can save the side when you're done. So it's a pretty fun mod to use, so let me just go and try to carve something really quick, and then I can show you what you can do from there. And I think that looks kind of decent. So when you're carving, every now and then it'll drop a pumpkin seed on you. And yeah, that's the carving tool. So whatever pixel you're pointing at, it will carve that out of the pumpkin. You can also use the GUI and click with the GUI, just like that. And then, let me rotate it to the correct side here. When you've got the pumpkin carving, you can leave it dark if you want, or you can hit the light button, and it will light up the pumpkin for you and make it into a jack-o'-lantern. So it's pretty fun, and yeah, you can carve each side with whatever you want, but supposing that you want the same carving on every side, and I thought, since I usually do videos with command tutorials and that, what can I do with this mod? So I found a pretty interesting command thing that you can do with a Carvable Pumpkins mod if you want the same pumpkin face or the same carving on each side on each face of the pumpkin. So what we're going to do now is, if you can get the carving that you want on one side, and if you want it on all four sides, that way you can just place the pumpkin wherever, kind of like how I have in the TARDIS. So we can have the pumpkin facing this way, and then the pumpkins on the other side that are facing the opposite way. They've got the same carving facing both ways. So if you want to decorate like that, it helps if you have the same carving on every side. So in order to do that, we're going to need a command block. So you can do that by giving give username Minecraft command block. Much easier now that you no longer have to use item ID numbers. And when we go in here, we're going to use the block data command. So just put it on top of the pumpkin and type in block data, and then target the block beneath it, because that's the pumpkin that we want there, and open and close curly brackets, leave them empty. So this is going to throw the NBT structure of the pumpkin in the output of the command block. So when we activate that, we're going to get just what I said, which is down here, and we are going to look for something in this output. You see a ton of zeros in here right now. This is the sides of the pumpkin in command form, and as it's saved in the NBT structure of the block. So you see a ton of zeros and ones in this part. The zeros are where the pumpkin is not carved, the ones are where it is carved. So if you want to, you can carve a pumpkin strictly through commands, but you'd have to be a pretty visual person in order to do that. But every pixel on the pumpkin is represented by a number here. So what we're going to do is look for the side that you carved, because it's going to have the zeros and ones in it. The other sides are just going to have zeros. So this is a really, really long string. Let me try to speed this up. And as you can see, it's side number 4. Whoops, I jumped too far. So side number 4. So we are going to start with that side 4, and we are going to highlight all the way down and we're going to copy all of this. This might take a little bit of time. So again, this is the side that we carved because it has the zeros and ones in it. And we're going to need this because this has our carving on it in command form for Minecraft. So this is going to take a while. But yeah, it's 16 by 16 pixels, so there's a number for each one. And a little more to go yet. And there we go. So we're going to go to the outside of that square bracket and Command or Control C to copy all of that and then paste it up here. Go to the very start and change this 4 to a 1 unless you already carved side 1, in which case change it to a 2 or any number between 1 and 4. And this is going to apply that carving on side 4 to side number 1 now. So if we hit enter and go back in, we're going to put a comma after that last square bracket, paste again, jump all the way to the front. This might take a little bit of time too. And we got the side 4 here, we're going to change that to a side 2, hit enter, go back to the end, another comma, paste again. And finally, we are going to put in a side 3 as soon as I get up to the end, to the number there. There it is. Oh, I must have hit a button there as well. There we go. Side 3. So that should apply the same carving to all 4 sides of the pumpkin. And assuming I did not mess up, as soon as we activate this command, it should give this carving to every side. And you can see that it has. So that is a really quick way of getting the same carving on every side of the pumpkin, just if that's what you want. And all through commands takes a little bit of time to copy and paste, but other than that, it's not too hard to do. And now if you're in creative mode and you want to distribute the pumpkin, you can just use pick block. Whatever your pick block button is, you can grab the pumpkin and it will say that the pumpkin is carved and lit. It will retain any information that this pumpkin has and put it into your inventory, and that way you can place it anywhere you want and it will have the carving that you put on the pumpkin. So that's really cool. And if you pick block it without it being lit, so if we just turn off the light there and pick block it, it will not say that it's lit. So just convenient to let you know if your pumpkin is lit or not. And that is how you can just distribute pumpkins in creative mode to wherever you want. So yeah, that's the Carvable Pumpkins mod in a nutshell, guys. As far as obtaining the pumpkins in survival mode goes, I have not tried that, but let me just grab a pumpkin really quick and see if it's just as easy as putting it in your crafting. I'll have to go into survival mode for that. Nope, that still gives you the pumpkin seeds. I am not sure how you get a carvable pumpkin in survival mode. I will research that and put it in the description for you guys. I should have checked before I started filming, but I forgot. So yeah, that again, guys, is the Carvable Pumpkins mod. I think it's pretty fun, and I thought with, you know, Halloween coming up, I thought it would be a pretty good thing to do. So that's everything for this video, guys, and I will see you all in the next one. And let me know what you think of this mod, and leave a thumbs up if you want to see me do any more mod reviews like this. So again, guys, I'll see you in the next video. So goodbye for now.